Now, so getting back to the thoughts or the ideas of atonement theories, you think about the different types of theories. And so this is one of the things that I cover in my dissertation. As we think about, and I'm going to look at really kind of four main theories here. For example, the very first one, Christus Victor. The Christus Victor theory of atonement is revealed in the Gospels. And so you can look at the Gospel of Luke, or you can look at John's Gospel. And so, for example, in John's Gospel, in John chapter 10, verse 10, he states this, or Jesus stated, that the cosmic thief and the enemy of God is a thief who comes but to kill, steal, and destroy. In contrast, though, and this is what the Christus Victor, or Gustav Aulén, who really presented this theory, what he is indicating is this, that in contrast, Jesus came to the world to overcome and conquer the thief so that what? All of humanity can have life and have it abundantly. And so that's one theory in regards to the atonement. But then another theory is called the satisfaction theory. And again, many of these theories are really, I'd say all of these theories, they have biblical base. And so when it comes to the satisfaction theory, it's unveiled in, for example, John chapter 8, verse 34, or Matthew chapter 6, verse 12. And in these scriptures, the gospel writers, they indicate that humanity is enslaved and in debt, and that the only way for humanity to be freed from their sin or their debt is by Jesus willingly going to the cross. Now, the theory does not focus on Jesus' defeat of Satan, but instead, there's a focus on the restoration of the high honor that should be attributed to God. And so when we think about the satisfaction theory, here's the thing that you should think about. Think about honor and shame. And so what the theory is indicating is this, that humanity, because of their sinfulness and their ungodliness and their wickedness, has dishonored God, and therefore there's this separation, there's this rip, between the union between God and his creation. But what Jesus does is Jesus comes and then he restores that honor by dying on the cross. And so honor and shame is a huge, huge idea, especially as you get to different cultures. We have that somewhat here in the United States, but for example, if you go over to Eastern cultures, if you go over to Asian culture, shame and honor is huge. I remember when I was at Fuller Theological Seminary, I had to do this internship. And part of the internship is we had this class, and I would have, I had approximately 7 or 8 other individuals that were in the group with me that we would meet with a professor. And part of the idea behind it was that, most of us were going to be working in ministry or doing ministry. And so there was an opportunity for us to get together, talk about what we're doing from a ministry standpoint, our internships, some of the challenges that we face when it comes to ministry. And I remember there was a young lady, I think she was Korean, and she said one of the challenges that she faced within her role at her church was this, that the elders in Asian culture are given the utmost respect. And you did not challenge them, you did not speak back to them, you did not tell them that what they were doing was incorrect or improper. Again, because in their culture, the way you honored your elders is through your submission to them. And so it didn't make a difference about right and wrong. It was about honor. To a certain extent, when it comes to African Americans, they have that as well. For those who are out there who are African American, and maybe other cultures have the same thing, but I know when I was going somewhere, or we were going to meet with, family or someone. I remember my parents, when we were getting ready to leave, they said, listen now, we're going out to meet someone. Don't act a fool. Don't get crazy and have me do something to you because you embarrassed me. See, in African American culture, oftentimes parents are looking at their children representing them or being a representation of them. And see, when you do something that is wrong or an error, or you dishonor your parents, then that is shameful. And so when we come to satisfaction theory, that's what ultimately we're getting at, is that when you, as human beings, when you dishonor, when you disobey God, when you are ungodly, or for example, if you look at the book of Daniel, right now I'm teaching through the book of Daniel. Daniel calls the nation of Israel, he says, we are transgressors. It's a nice word of saying we are rebellious people, God. Have mercy on us. And so honor and shame is about rectifying that rebellion that humanity has done or committed against God.